Sequence 1, image 1. So if I go next, there are many ways to do next. I'm a clicky. I don't like to touch that. I like to do everything here. Just here, you see there is image here, but then there is image here. The difference between these two is not significant. But if you have 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, if you click here, it goes 5, 6, 7, 8. But if you use this, it's gonna say, it's gonna show 4 again, and it's gonna say 4, 5, 6, 7. You always shorten you by 1. I don't like that. I already saw the 4. I don't want to see the 4. So I always use this. Next exam, previous exam. Next series, previous series. Next image, previous image. Zoom. What is it zoom on? 1. Zoom at 1.1. One click, for crying out loud. Don't grab this. When you grab this, see, you don't have the control in your hand. So just zoom by clicking. Okay? Alright. So this is a signal 1.5T. It's a system number. What are we? San Dimas. This is the number. Sequence 1, image 1, axial. Inferiorly, we are at 20. We don't care. That's him. That's his number. This is the date. This is the time. Mag at 1. If I do this, it's going to say mag 1.1. Right. This is a locator. TR is 45 millisecond. 45.
That's small.
Very short.
Yeah, very short.
But we don't care because it's a locator. Now, when you do angiography, it's all going to be this short. Angiography. Okay, what are we? TE 1.6. Did you put TE in there? No, the system picked 1.6. Is a head, field of view, 26 by 26. Thickness, 5. Gap, or the spacing is 5. So it's 5 by 5. And then the matrix is 256 by 128, 1 next. We're not going to talk about those parameters at this time. So if I want to see 1-on-1, it's like that. But I'm going to say, show me these 9-on-1. So you come to format, not this. Everybody does this. You come to format, 9-on-1. If you're not familiar with it, count. 3 times 3, 9. Wow, so this is the 9.
9 on 1. Okay, yeah, 9 photos on 1.
Yeah, 9-on-1, right? Okay, now, all right, so I saw this, but how about if I want to see 20-on-1? As you can see, the smaller the image, the more information you lose. Where is my TR and TE and matrix? Can I see them?
Yeah.
Because there is not enough room. If you want to see them, you have to go to like maybe 4-on-1. See? There is room. How about if I go 9-on-1? How much do I lose? Oh, I lost them all. You understand what I'm saying or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. So most physicians like to see these like 9-on-1 or 4-on-1. So now I say zoom this 1.1. You do zoom. I said
Will they specifically ask for that?
no, I am. Physicians, you just send them to PACS, they do whatever the hell they want. So then I said adjust window and level. Usually you want to get the background, you see this here? You want to get it dark like me. You see the difference? And then you want to do it like that. You like this image or this image better?
The middle.
Middle, mine, right?
Yes.
This is a
Contrast
little,
matching.
thank you. And it's a little too bright, right? So then they all change. Next set of images, next. So then you adjust. You may have to adjust a little bit. You see these are white and gray matter? It's a little too bright. Okay? I say next set of images. Didn't I tell you you're gonna be out?
Yes.
See, this is worthless. This is okay, but this is almost worthless, but this is what should work. Okay. Next image. I'm sorry, next series. Show me the coronal. Okay? So, or show me the sagittal. These are located because we said this is sequence 1. So if I go next series, it's gonna show me what?
Next series. Next
Which
sequence.
were where? Sagittal. Sagittal was first, axial, coronal, then axial gradient. Right? So, say, well, do I click here? I don't know what the hell am I doing here. I'm lost. So you go to browser, you go sagittal, view. There is many ways to go. Okay? Remember, we went too far. You said it's not covering enough.
Yeah.
There's nothing really there. Maybe it starts from here. So next images. Then adjust window and level. You say you want to see it 4:1. You can move the image up and down. This is move the image up and down. And then this one is for, the middle is for darken and lighten. The middle. Okay. So you already had everything. Fourth, pituitary, pons, aqueduct, corpus, all of that, right? This is tonsil, right? So everything looks good? Okay. Now I want to see the axial. I know axial was after this, but you know what? I forgot. Is it? Cheat. Oh yeah, axial was sequence number 3. Then you go back here and you either can click next series
Or browse.
or you can go here. Oh wow, another one. S3. Oh!
Where did you put that?
No, no, I
Search
teach you.
Search browser.
Okay,
Oh, it's
now if you're only doing 2 or 3, you can go back and forth. But in a real life, you're gonna do 12 sequences or 10 sequences. Are you gonna click next, 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 next? So you just come and say S for series and whatever number you want. I know axial was number 3, so I said S3. Again, there is a reason that this are dark and then this is a little bit different, but I'm not gonna go over that right now. So you kind of adjust. Next image. Next. Of course, this is very nice because we can see the ISCs really nicely in one image. You see this? Beautifully shown. Okay, so if I want to see coronal, I can say next series, go here to browser, or say S what?
S4.
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 These are the coronal. Next image, next image, next image. You can adjust window. And see how this is kind of grayed out? How's mine look?
Better.
Much better, right? Compare this to this. Okay. This is all you guys gonna do. This is 20 points.
Once you let go, all of them change, or
Yes,
you
sir.
click? Okay.
Yes, sir. See?
Then it's 4:1.
Okay.
Touching the whole.
Yeah. You see that? I
Yeah.
just changed it.
Okay.
There's a little motion here. You see this corduroy? They call this corduroy artifact.
Was he moving?
Yeah.
I was moving.
Yeah, right here. You see these? These are all
Yeah,
they call
Mitch.
corduroy
I
artifacts. So
have it towards the forward.
Damn it, get me out of
And I
here!
was just like,
the last thing we did was gradient echo. Okay. Now let's say somebody said I want to compare gradients T2 star with the real T2. So then you go here, go to compare. So let's go to yeah, 4:1. Let's say compare T2 is 9 and 10. So I go to T2, and then say 9 and 10. Okay. This is T2. How do I know this is T2? TR is what? What's the number?
2800.
TE 105. Didn't you use that? That's what you said. So I know this is a T2. And then this is gradient Y. First of all, it says there. Hello. What does it say? Gradient. And what does it say here? SE. Right? So I know this is gradient, this is this. I can even tell by this and by that. So this is image number 9 and this is image number 9. Are these two the same? This is T2 star, but this is a true T2. They're all it's the same slice. They are cloned. It's not a true T2. This is true T2.
Was that the copy RX?
Yes. This is a clone. Gradient echoes historically are very fast sequences. Historically. And that's what you use them. You want something done real quick. That's why TR is short. TE is short. Flip angle is short. Look, how long does it take for this to come and then go back up versus this? Faster. But image quality to some extent may suffer. They call this T2 star because it's a clone of a T2. It's not a T2, but close enough. Okay? So this is how you would bring it to me, how you show it to me, and how you present it to me. You understand? So if you want to cancel the compare, you cancel. Now, the last thing you need to do is to do cross-reference, which everybody has problems.
Cross-referencing all the images.
Cross-referencing the slices. Okay. What did we use to get our axial images? What did we use? What anatomical plane?
Sagittal.
The sagittal. Not this one. See, when you do S1, automatically it highlights the very first image, and that's very confusing. We don't want the first image. We want what we want. So if I tell you cross-reference your axial, you come and find a sagittal. I don't care. This is a nice sagittal. So you click on it. You see it change color. Then you come and type this. Not RX, but XR. Space. Axial was what sequence? 3. Oh, I forgot. Cheat. 1, 2, axial is 3. Go back. It's already there waiting for you. 3. Enter. What did I use to describe my coronal? Sagittal. And so I say what?
XR.
Space. What was the coronal? What sequence?
4. I saw his fingers.
What did I use to prescribe my sagittal?
Coronal.
Any coronal. What do I
XR.
type?
XR.
Space.
2.
I forgot. Cheat. Sagittal. Oh, it was 2.
The radiologist is ask for this?
No, we asked.
Okay.
Is that hard to remember? XR space
And then series numbers.
series number.
This is to cross-reference slices.
Correct. All right. So now, let's go back to here. we did not go over many stuff in here. All we concentrate on one, these two. But eventually we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here, there, and we're gonna manipulate here a lot. A lot of manipulation here. Okay? Now, what is the phase field of view on sagittal?
What?
What's phase field of view here? 0.75. I know I don't want to teach, but I can't help myself.
I'll be right back.
Be right back. You see this line?
Yeah.
You see this line?
Yes.
You see here?
Yes.
You see here?
Yes.
If you would have put one phase field of view, this was your entire collective area. You see my arrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be even.
Yeah. But like this. See? Is there a line?
No.
No. But there is a line here.
We don't want that.
That is phase field of view.
Okay.
What you're saying is on axial, on sagittal, you say start collecting here. Collect. That's 1 TR, right? But here I said no. Is there any tissue here? Is there any tissue here? What are you collecting?
Air.
Noise, air. So why bother? Start collecting when you get close to the tissue. So then start collecting here. That's what this is. Okay? It's just like me. You say, go ahead and mow my lawn. Okay? This is where the lawn is. I'm here. Do I turn my lawnmower here on the asphalt and lower it and go?
No, you go to the edge.
I go to where the grass is, then I start mowing. This is the same thing. This helps to save time and cause a little bit less noise.
That's field of view.
Phase field of view.
Phase view.
Phase field of view. But I just want to show you because the information is there. Okay, so when we're done, we go to idle. We end the exam. You must end the exam. Confirm. You're done. Next. Okay, so now we just put the information, just a bogus number, right?
Last name first.
In a real life, everything that needs to be filled up in a real world. But here we just put, okay, wait a minute, we didn't put a lot in there. Back up.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Is
okay.
it this
No,
way?
back up.
Back up.
So you need to put, operator is you put your initial.
Thank you.
In a real world, everything needs to be filled, okay? And then you put MRI of the MRI brain. Everything starts with an MR. You can't just say brain, left knee, right. Why? Let's learn something. Why is it necessary to put MR in the beginning?
Because the past does all the other
You're the
stuff.
greatest. You're the wow. Because when it goes to PACS and a physician check for the images,
Sort it out.
if they put brain CT comes, PET comes, nuke med, whatever. But if you say MRI, then he goes straight to the MRI. Wonderful. Very nice. Okay. So now it always needs to be at site, because besides site, click on it, on the site, click that little clicky, hold it. It also has GE. But we don't want GE unless you want to go see what GE recommends. So we want to go to the site.
Site.
Mhm.
So site protocols.
Site protocol. So then you click on brain or the head, whatever.
Is it radiation for headaches, correct?
That's good enough.
Okay.
Okay. Usually it's better just to put, heading. Now go all the way down, click the arrow, see if I have a brain MG or MJ.
Got MG right there. No,
MJ?
no, that's not right.
Keep going down. I should have a brain there. Oh, right there. Test. There you go. Yay. Okay. Then if you want all of those 5 sequences, you bring it. You don't need to highlight them.
Yeah.
Just say accept. Now, if you only want 1, 2, 3, 4,
Highlight them.
then you highlight
Good. We want all of them.
all of them. Okay. Then the first one is a locator. It's already preset. You don't need to do anything. Everything is done. So all you have to do is save the series. Even though you don't need to prep on the locator, we want to prep the scan because we want to get a habit of prepping. And now we communicate with the patient. It's gonna be less than a minute because it says 19 seconds. You can say less than a half a minute, and you're gonna hear the knocking noise. And here we go, right? And then boom.
Okay, Eric, it's going to be less than a minute. You'll hear the knocking noise. Here we go.
Okay. Now I want everybody to listen to the noise. Just quiet
Yeah.
and listen. When it goes, that's very important. You're gonna listen to the pitch. Okay, you hear it? Three different pitch: axial, sagittal, and coronal. Those are gradients that we're not talked about yet. The gradients are at work to give us
It's X-ray list.
anatomical plane that we want. Sagittal, coronals, and axial. You heard the pitch change, right? Because there is no camera, nothing moves. Remember, something gotta do that. It's gradients, but you learned that in the class, not from me, not that it's today. Okay, so now we selected, we did our first scout view. This kind of gives you an idea how nice and well we perform. You see how the midline sag is pretty decent, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty straight. Okay, so what is our first sequence we're doing?
Sagittal.
Sagittal. So what are the choices to use to prescribe our slices?
Coronal or axial?
Coronal or axial? Which one makes sense?
Axial. Right? Wait.
Coronal.
Coronal.
Okay.
Because we want to go from left to right or right to left, side to side, right? So we want to go from left to right or right to left. I think Tim likes to go
Right to left.
right to left. His right or imaging right?
Imaging right.
Okay, so imaging right
Oh, it
is
goes from the
your
side to
left.
side, yeah.
So shift click.
Oh, maybe that's right.
Okay, then you grab it and stop right there, right? Now, you want to make sure center it. The lines are the slices, not in between, right? So you want to make sure one of them goes dead center into the ventricle, and then you come down, and also you can, play with this, okay? You can adjust your window and level a little bit,
Oh, that's cool. We didn't do that on.
okay? And also, if you are blind like me, you can zoom it and say, see here, can you see?
Yes.
I can, and you can say, oh, this is the ventricle, so how about if I go a little bit like that? I'm just saying, okay? And then you say, okay, rather than play with this, just click display normal. And say, you know what, maybe I angle
Over a
it
little.
maybe a notch. These are just playing around. Okay, so then this looks good. Now, in order to keep window and level, you come here, you see here, keep window and level. Now it keeps it. You see this?
Yeah.
Because if you don't do it, if I go back and forth,
Goes
it won't
back to
keep it.
normal.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it's holding it where
It just hold it where you left it. So if you like what you see, then what do?
We accept
Accept.
and then save series. I don't like what I see though. Because this side has a few slices and this one has too
Okay, then
many.
adjust. Because if you adjust that, then you're gonna come off of my center.
You might want to bring one more line out.
Yeah, see, I just centered it for you into the ventricle.
Line.
So then you need to maybe add one
Add a
more.
line.
If you are happy with that.
But that's just kind of like.
This is gonna be air. But let's just scan because we want you to scan. But you're gonna see air. So go ahead.
Okay.
Take it. Take it.
Take it.
Yeah. It's good. Leave it.
Okay.
It's good. Okay. Accept. Now these are parameters. Now for the test, this is exactly what you're gonna see. You have to fill in those white boxes. Okay. Anything in white, this side, downward, needs to be filled up. Any white box. If it's gray, you don't need to. But if it's white, you have to. So what kind of sequence are we doing?
Right.
No, sequence.
Oh,
It's T1.
Sagittal T1. So we want to talk. You know, we want to talk to ourselves. So I'm doing a sagittal T1. Sagittal T1 is
short.
So we bring it down.
Short TR and short T.
short TR, short TE. So which one is that? TR, right?
TR is
Short. This is
Under-
TE or TR?
this
TE.
TE.
So it's going to be
40 under.
below.
Okay, so you click here, see if it gives you some options. But those options not always available or not correct.
Okay.
Always.
Okay.
So you click on it and hold it. And I said short
Under 40.
and under 40. Or I said minimum
Minimum. Oh.
full. Remember? Minimum full, minimum.
Minimum
So
full.
you can use minimum full. Okay?
Oh, minimum full, so automatically fills it for you.
It automatically fills it up for you and decide what TE is gonna be. The machine does it for you. So now TE was short. What about TR?
Short.
TR short.
We said from what to what?
Under 800.
800 or less. So I don't know what you need because how many slices you need?
23.
How many is right now is only giving you 14. So put 800. We know we need 800.
Oh, just type in
You can type
800?
it. Uh-huh.
See what happens.
See what happens. How
Now it's
many?
giving you 28, so you can reduce it.
This is very good, very good. Yes, wonderful.
Just down click.
We can, yeah, just down
So
click
now
it.
it's
So now it's too short.
Yeah.
To go up.
So go back to
So
800
maybe-
and just down
Oh
click.
no, you're doing good. Keep
675
going.
up,
Click
yeah.
one more. That's it.
There you go.
Okay. But I want something to be clearly learned here,
Okay.
which is a problem with all the students that don't get me in the beginning. These two do not have to match at all times.
At all times. But it has to be at least minimum of that slices over
No,
here, though,
they
right?
don't
No.
need to match.
Okay.
Only certain circumstances they need to match. One of those circumstances is on T1. Now, why do we say match? Because we want this to be as short as possible. In order to be as short as possible, automatically they match. Okay? But there is also another issue. What about if you needed it 40 slices, hypothetically?
Yeah.
Can you keep going, either low or high? No, because if you keep going low, there is a threshold that how short your TR can be.
Okay.
On a regular, in this machine, on a regular bread and butter type of images, we don't want to go below 400.
I see.
Okay.
Okay? And if you need to add more TR, can you go up to 1,000?
No.
No,
No, it's too
because
high.
it's no longer a T1.
It'll be long.
Remember, minimize saturation,
So what is the parameter?
or maximize saturation, and minimize the dephasing.
Yeah.
So if you keep going up, you're allowing the vector to do what?
Get longer.
Keep coming home. At 1,000 is not, there is no minimized saturation.
Yeah.
You almost lost saturation and you become dephasing.
Yeah.
So that's why we said there is a guideline how high or how low you can go.
So what is the number we should be like kind of?
Under 800.
Depends. You're gonna do so many of these that you're gonna learn. But for right now, we want short TR and we needed a 23. We got 23 with 650. So hallelujah, that's great. We're good. So what do you do?
Save. We're done because everything else is
For
populated.
right now, yes.
Okay,
So,
save
so-
series.
Yes.
So if I wanted to go
Prep
down
scan.
Uh-huh.
23 and it took me down to 400.
All right,
that's too
Eric.
low,
Here
right?
you're gonna start hearing the
Just for
noise.
example, if I wanted to get
Here's
It'll
one
be a
slices,
little under.
Yeah,
It'll be
you
under
need to
2
go
minutes.
under-
Thank you.
400, then that's too low.
That's
right?
too low because on this machine.
Right.
On a 3T, maybe 350 is okay.
Okay.
You understand? Because the lower the TR, the more noise introduced into the system.
Okay.
Right,
So
pause it
image
now.
quality would suffer. It'd be nice if you talk. Say, I'm doing axial T2.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Just kind of.
Axial T2.
Okay, so
I'm
now,
going to graphic RX.
Right.
Axial, you're going to want to pull it off of the coronal.
Okay, well, we have the choice either coronal or this.
Oh,
Where
it's
do-
going to be sagittal.
Where do
Sorry.
we want to do? Where we want to go?
Sagittal.
We want to
Sagittal.
go from bottom of the head to the top, right?
Yes.
Which image gives me better perception of where the bottom of the head is?
Sagittal.
Exactly. Primary, secondary. Okay? So you don't want to go too low. Okay, that's good. It doesn't matter which way you flip because there is only one slice. Okay? Drag it up. That's good. Now, you may want to be able to get rid of 1 or 2 slices on the bottom. That's good. But you don't want to cut too much because we want to see the base of the skull. It's important to see the base. Okay, so if that looks good to you, right there is good because this half is almost equal to this half. That looks good. Now you want to adjust that one, maybe bring it to your left a little bit.
Bring it to my left.
Right there. You see how we center in over the ventricle?
Yes.
Okay. You can do a slight 1 millimeter tilt if you want. I mean, these are no.
Oh,
Tilt-
that's adding slices.
yeah,
Sorry.
tilt is just a millimeter. That's it. Perfect.
Okay.
So that's good. So if you're done, what do we do? Just explain what. Yeah.
Okay, accept.
Well, we gotta put a sat back.
Sat.
So
Saturation.
brain needs a sat back.
Right there, that little.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Now
It killed all the. Pretty much
Not
stopped
kill.
it, Not kill, but.
minimize.
Minimize the signal.
No, not
The
minimize
noise.
signal.
Noise.
Not noise.
Saturation.
The blood flow?
Minimize motion.
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 Of the blood, right?
Yes, minimize motion of CSF and blood. So where is motion is coming? From the top of the head or from the bottom?
The bottom.
Bottom.
Nothing is coming from here, so it's from the bottom. So you say, all right, I want to put it on the bottom. So, but the machine is dumb. What is the bottom? The machine doesn't know what the bottom is. Inferior, superior, anterior, posterior. So you say, I want to do inferior, right? And then you put it right here where you want, shift click. That's it. So now you do a little bit of adjustment. You see, because this is angle, so you want to angle yourself a little bit. And then you don't want to do this. This is way too
Too
close. For me, this is good enough right there.
Maybe 2 lines.
No, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. And then you check this, so everything is good. Now what do you do?
Accept.
Accept.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this is what
This
T2.
is correct.
TR is
PR is
High.
high.
Long.
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 TE
Long.
Short.
Long.
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 For
TR is
T2
long.
is
T1.
long and long.
For T2.
T1 is short. T2 is
Long, long.
long.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. So what constitute long TE? What did we say? In the-
Long T is over 100. No, 80.
80. So anything over 80, what is it giving you?
85 and 102.
102. So let's pick 102.
Okay.
Okay, anything over. So is 85 is wrong? No, it's not wrong. 102 is good. Okay. So TR is
Anything over 2,000.
2,000. How much do you need? Hell, I don't know. How many slices do I have?
26.
I don't know how
Let's try a
many.
number.
So try 4,000. What is it?
19.
So 19. So
Higher.
is higher. Okay. So let's put 6,000. Just type in 6. Okay.
29.
Okay, roughly. Let's say that's good enough.
Okay.
Okay.
But these are little physics, and I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Do I really need to be that high of a TR?
No.
No.
I don't need to. That's really, really long. But what can I do? 6,000 is giving me how many acquisition?
20.
One. No, acquisition.
One. Sorry.
That's okay. But how about if I put 3,000? So type 3,000.
2 or 3 positions. Yeah.
2 times 14 is what?
28.
28. And if you really want to be picky, you can say okay. 2 times 13 is what?
26.
26. How many you need?
26.
2 times 13?
26.
But you got how many acquisition? 2. So what's the difference?
What is an acquisition? What happens with acquisition?
Acquisition
Like how
meaning
many
you're
times it
acquiring
takes?
images.
But
More
I
time.
get that, but does it mean that I have to acquire twice to get? Oh, okay.
Does it mean more time?
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay. All right. Imagine these are the slices. Okay. On one acquisition, start saying it acquire image 1, 2, or a slice 1 or 2, image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 20.
Yeah.
On 2 acquisition, it goes 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11,
other
13,
one.
15. Comes back,
It does the
2,
opposite one.
6, 8. It's the same.
Same. It just doesn't take longer though.
It doesn't. I'm gonna show you. Oh my God. So we're gonna show you 6,000 versus this, right?
Okay.
So hold on. Watch. How many milliseconds is that? Don't feed them too much. How many milliseconds?
105.
No, how much is gonna take?
56.
56. So
Okay.
go back and how many? What was this here?
6,000.
No, right now.
Oh,
It's 28.
2800.
Okay, so put 6,000.
54.
Not much. Not
Much
much of a
change.
change. But the TR does not have it that long. You understand?
Right.
It's better not to be that long if I can keep it short. Now, 28, is that good enough? Is CSF has come, rested,
yeah.
Yeah.
pajama?
At least 2,500.
Over 2,500.
Right. So it's good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So put that 2,800 in.
So it's better to stay lower than to go higher on here.
In some, everything depends.
Oh,
I don't want you to think that everything is one rules apply to all.
Right.
Okay, I don't want you to think like that.
Okay.
So now, this is where you know 2 acquisition comes and the numbers don't match.
Right.
Okay, so everything else is good. Now image quality is not good here, but that's okay. We're not working on image quality right now. We just want to learn how to scan. So
It won't let me save.
okay, why? Because it's giving you some. See, you gotta read.
It's right here.
Every white box needs to be filled.
Right.
So if you have a box that is not filled, you put 0 for right now. Okay. So now what do?
Save.
Okay. And then
Prepare
prep.
scan.
While you prepping, you talk. Go ahead.
Hi, Eric. How are you doing? All right. The next scan is going to be about a minute. Okay. Here comes the noise. And tables.
Okay. Go.
And the table's going to move.
Okay. All right. So now the next one is. Now, of course, in between, we want to check, make sure what we did was good. So just maximize it or just look at it like that. Isn't that pretty? It's gorgeous. You see the ears? Oh, wow, that's beauty. And we didn't even do good image quality. This is digital, but it's not 4K. It's not even HD. And I tell you why later. Okay, you see those image quality are not good because this is, see, the TR is only 4,500 milliseconds.
Okay.
So if you keep going down to like 200 and 100, image quality is gonna suffer because TR is so low. And you see all this noise here? This is noisy. Now here, you guys have your anatomy, right?
Yeah.
So Tell me what is this? This eyebrow.
That's the oh, didn't you say it earlier?
Ah, no, I didn't say nothing. Okay, go ahead. Do your corona.
Lupa Henley?
Okay, I'm gonna
Huh?
select
Lupa Henley?
the
No.
Coronal PD.
Okay. So we have done T1. Again,
and
T1
edit.
was
Short. Short.
T2.
Long.
Long. Now we're gonna do PD. Okay.
Long,
T-
short.
Yeah, long
Which one long though? You
short.
gotta.
The TE is long and the TR is short.
TR is long,
Or
TE is short.
TR is long, TE is short. Sorry.
That's okay. All right. Continue.
Okay. For coronal, we're going to use the sagittal.
Why?
You?
Because where do we want to start? Where we want to finish?
From side to side.
We want to go from back of the head
To the front.
to the front. So which
A to
way
A.
can I see the back of the head better? On axial or sagittal?
Sagittal.
Sagittal. So primary,
That
secondary.
makes sense now.
So
Makes sense?
what is that? I don't know.
I'm sorry.
What is
This?
it that you were showing us that you asked us?
Oh, that
The
picture of that.
handlebar mustache.
The eyebrow?
Yeah, the
Vertebral
eyebrow.
artery.
What is it?
Vertebral artery. We didn't learn that.
That's why.
Okay.
Okay.
So now you want to go a little bit more forward because you just move it a little bit. No,
Oh,
move the
just
whole
move the
stack
whole
a little
thing.
bit. Just a little bit, a little more. Okay. I'm going to show you that some of those gonna be air or not so much tissue in there because now if somebody has a injury back here, of course you want to.
Take the whole thing.
And
Take
you're
the
putting the dot on the back of the brain?
No
like
dot.
the last slice?
No
No?
Add more slices.
No, what dot? Hold on. What dot?
Uh,
the
yeah.
square. That,
Square.
No, a square it just allows you to shorten or add.
Okay. So that last line, the last slice, you're placing it on that.
Yeah, see this one just allow you just grab it, right?
Yeah.
You can just do this or this.
So he's asking about where the placement should
What
be.
kind of card? Right. So you just say,
Left,
okay,
right.
I'm good here. Now, remember, the direction is very important. We said we wanna go from the back to the front,
Yeah.
right? So that's the key. This should be 1, and this should be whatever it is, 27 or 28. Okay. So there is no sat band is needed. The only sat band in brain is just the axial. No other sat band. So what do you do?
And is this going to be transverse to the corpus? Is the corpus callosum?
There is no angulation needed because
Okay.
the head is not tilted that bad.
Okay.
Okay.
And shouldn't we always try to have an odd number of slices?
Absolutely not.
No.
No.
Okay.
Whatever you need.
Okay.
The only time you do odd is
On the sagittal slices?
No.
Right?
No.
Because you wanted to
no. Whatever you need. The only time you need odd is on cervical, lumbar, and thoracic because you get one dead center in the cord, one to the left of it, one to the right of it.
Okay.
These odd thing was sometimes you wanted at 19 images, so when you film you had 19 and you had one left to put patient information.
Okay.
But if you need 20, you put 20. If 21 is good, you put 21.
Okay.
So TE is going to be short.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Minimum. And TR is going to be long, so we're going to go with 4,000?
Well, try. Okay.
Okay.
How many slices is given you?
51.
Do I need 51? See, this
No.
is another one. Do I need 51? How
Okay.
many do I need?
Let's
20.
try 2,500.
Are you okay, Eric?
You have to do 25 at least.
Okay.
How many? What did you say it again?
2,500.
We need minimum 25 because CSF comes home at 25. So type in 25. Sometimes not all the information are in that big one. Okay.
31.
You go
But you
down.
have to at least do it.
No, 25.
So you have
CSF
to
comes
get
home at
25.
what? 25, right?
You have
So
to
that's
do
good
25
enough.
minimum.
So we're going to save.
I just want you to know that you don't have to match.
Okay. Yeah, see, from what Tim was showing us, we would have tried to
All right, the
match
table's
it.
going to move, Eric.
No,
and here
Tim will
comes
not
the
match it
the
either.
noise.
Oh, no?
No. Because Tim knows that tissues come home at a certain time and we don't want to be below it. See, you want me to leave here, get into my car, get to the house, go into the garage, go into the house. If you shorten me, I am by the house, but I'm not
They
in
didn't
the
make it.
garage and inside the house.
Yeah.
So I'm not fully rested.
Yeah.
I haven't recovered 100%. You want to recover and then allow the
The full
recovery.
time.
Now, if you shortchange, the CSF will not be as bright.
Yeah.
And we have done it with the students. We did one at 25 and we did one at 2,000.
Yeah.
And you can clearly say 33,000 the CSF brighter than the 2,000.
Okay.
This is a PD condenser.
Okay, now this is gradient echo. Have you guys learned gradient echo? What are we doing? We're doing axial,
Yes.
right? But don't I have an axial already?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. So rather than me prescribe new axial,
Just copy our.
you can say copy that,
And it says original.
This one?
and then you go to Satman,
Set.
copy. Hold on.
Do you need to turn I on and off for one of them?
No, when you copy, you don't do
Okay.
on and off.
We did
Everything needs to be off. Okay?
And I said accept.
Yeah.
What's it this one?
Okay. The only
I
thing
remember doing
is,
that.
I want you to learn here is if T2 axial was 4 millimeter and gradient axial are 3 millimeters or 3.5 millimeter, you cannot copy. You understand? It has to be 100% the same. So accept. So these three on T2 and gradient have to match. Field of view, a slice thickness, and a spacing. If one of them does not match, you cannot copy paste. Just like you cannot copy this if you want this to be blue,
Yeah.
because it's red.
Yeah.
You can't make it blue. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those three parameters have to match, not these. These doesn't matter. These three parameters must match in order to copy paste. Okay? Alright. So now this is gradient. Gradient also need TR, TE, but it also need one more. What is that one more?
Flip angle.
Flip angle. What's the flip angle?
Is it 90 degrees or 180 or
Yeah, this one came down to what for the spin echo?
90?
But with flip angle, you determine how far it comes. Okay? It can be 0 because 0 is what? Home. It can be 90 because 90 is a spin echo. So it has to be between 1 and 89. Right?
89.
But which one? If you want something to mimic T2, like a T2 star,
Right.
then everything has to be short. So what constitutes short? Well, we know TE is short, like a minimum full or 20. The flip angle, I usually put at 25. I don't make the flip angle too short, because you're not even letting me come down. You understand? You follow me what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's just like you want to tease me. I said, well, you know, I don't know. I want to say something. I can't think of it. I said, let me see your legs. You know, and you
Yeah.
have a long skirt. And then you go like, what the hell? I didn't see nothing.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you want to at least go a little
Enough
high,
to
enough for
just
me to see something. So you want this at least little bit enough that I can harvest something.
So even 30?
30 is good.
Yeah.
Usually some people go 20, 20, 20, 25, 25, 25. So minimum, but on the TE in this system, it lets you take minimum full on the top.
Minimum.
Okay. And then on that one, I don't know how much you need. So put 400.
But
All right.
400?
Let's start with 400. Because we know 400 is the lowest we want to be.
Right.
Right? And then flip angle of 25. Okay. Now how many slices is it giving you?
26 slices, 31 acquisitions.
Do I need all the 33?
Nope.
No. But I don't want to keep going down. You understand here? Because if I go down, it's going to be maybe TR of 200. 200 is way too short on this system.
Right.
Image quality not going to be that good.
Right.
400 is
So
sufficient.
minimum is 400.
So I don't need to match. See, this is one another.
Right.
It doesn't need to
Right,
match.
right.
Okay, so everything looks good. Okay. You talk while is.
Hi, Eric. How are you doing?
Tell him it's the last one always.
All right, this is the last one. The table's gonna move, and here comes a noise,
1 minute.
and it's gonna be about a minute.
Okay, rock and roll. So we wait for him to come out. I show you some other stuff, and we look at the images together. So as a